And me and Kenny gotta wrap this up, man. We gotta knock this out. We gotta finish our second parter of our favorite games of all time.
Yep, our top 5.
Our top 5. Well, each of us chose 5 games, and yours, I forget what they were. I think Toontown, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Fortnite. Oh, God. Kenny, I think you even mentioning that, I think I lost subscribers last time.
Oh, hell, I'm sorry.
But you know what? If they're triggered fuckers, let them leave. I mean, apparently, there's elitists. There's elitists that say you can't enjoy certain games because they're crap or whatever. But you know what? There's a lot of games on here that we might choose that a lot of people are like, hey, that game's crap. So it's all about what we like. And you ain't got to like what we like. You ain't got to. You can disagree with the list that we come up, I just think it's kind of bland how everyone brings up their list when they do this, and they're so afraid of getting hate from people hating on the list. I'm like, it's a personal list, you know what I'm saying?
It's a personal list. Everybody has their own opinion,
Right. But if you enjoy the games and you spend a lot of your time playing the games and you have fun, isn't that like the definition of video games?
Yep.
Like games?
Yep.
What you have fun with?
Yep.
But anyways, so I hope this list doesn't trigger a lot of people, but it may, Kenny, it may. Now, right out of the gate, I'm going to start off here, and I'm going to choose Final Fantasy VII. Are you familiar with Final Fantasy VII?
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell you why. And last time we went kind of long, but I'm going to go over a couple of reasons why this is one of my top 5 games of all time. Final Fantasy VII, hands down, I think has one of the best soundtracks of all time in a video game. It's one of those games, it hasn't aged that well. I didn't play it until years later after it actually released, I think, in 97. I didn't get to it till the early thousands or whatever. But the music... There's not a piece of music in that game whatsoever that does not sound fantastic. And I can't really say that about any other game. Maybe Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Music is really big with me because I've always played my games, through a nice audio system, so I get immersed. Okay.
Right.
The story. I really became invested in the story between Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Sephiroth. Sephiroth, one of the greatest villains, one of the most badass designs for a villain of all time. I was really involved in the story. Okay? Secrets in there. And my goodness, there were 2 super bosses, the Emerald and Ruby.
Right.
And you felt so amazing when you finally beat those super bosses. Played a couple more. I played 8 some. Nothing really holds a candle, though, to Final Fantasy VII. Like I said, the music alone, okay, the story, Cloud, Sephiroth, Aerith, Tifa, just my favorite role-playing game of all time, I would say. Now, modernized, this is not on the list, okay, Witcher 3. It's not on my list, but it's one of those games that I haven't played all the way through it,
All right.
okay, but again, Kenny, the thing is, there's some games on here that I played halfway through or haven't played a lot that might actually one day replace some on the list. I don't see Witcher 3 really replacing Final Fantasy VII for me, though.
Right.
But Witcher 3 is another one that I love. Okay. Now, you have 2. You have 2 left.
Yep.
So tell me one of your 2 and why.
Well, I just recently played. I've never been a Call of Duty guy. I know it's been out for a while.
Oh, no. Fortnite and Call of Duty, man. Yeah. Oh, man, people are going to leave. They're going to get so triggered.
I could see the thumbs down going up now.
Oh, man.
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
They're popular online games, Kenny.
Yeah.
People hate those.
Well, so I get to play with other people and talk to other people, meet new people throughout the whole world, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're playing together, and I was never into guns, but I like the choice of option of guns and leveling them up.
But the leveling up system you're talking about?
Yep, the leveling up system, and they're going to come out with like a Fortnite style, I guess, a battle royale.
Oh, yeah.
So, that'd be interesting. It's going to be like 200 against 200, and that'd be really interesting. But, I like the fact that the matches are short, 10-minute matches.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It doesn't drag out with the circle and you have to go in, which is fun, but, it is a little more first shooter player game that I like, where you're holding the gun, you don't see a body.
And not the third
around.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get more immersed.
I started getting into that a little bit more,
Does it make you want to play other first person games now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was that one come out long time? I can't remember what console, but it was Doom.
Doom, yeah.
Doom was, I think, a first-person shooter game.
And they had a recent one of that. You know, I mean, there was Doom 3 on the Xbox. You might have played that one years ago. But I think Doom Eternal just came out, I'm not sure. But I played the new Doom.
Right.
And I really love that one. Graphics really nice. I mean, but there's a lot of shooting games. There's no shortage of online shooting games, Kenny.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a lot of people play Call of Duty, but I'm telling you, between you and me, I'm not down in this on your top 5 list, but there's a lot of first-person shooters out there that you really need to play.
Yeah, so that's going to get me into trying out, expanding and trying out more.
And then you say there was this riot shield that you got in there?
Yeah, there's this riot shield that I figured out how to arm it as my 2 primary weapons.
Right.
Apparently that's a primary weapon, and I put that as my second one. And I just walk right up to people as they're shooting me, and I know it's got to piss them off. And I go up and I take them out with the riot shield,
You break in the game, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
You find ways to break the game.
It's like, man, I'm like going into buildings. I got my troops behind me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm taking on the damage.
And you say it's cross-platform.
Cross-platform,
See, that's pretty awesome right there.
I see a lot of Xbox and a lot of PlayStation, but I haven't seen a lot of people playing that on PC.
Weird.
I don't know what it is, because there's different symbols for each one.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much been seeing a lot of PlayStation, mainly PlayStation.
Now, is this the first? I don't know if this is the first year they've done that. I mean,
I think it is.
Hats off to them. Hats off to them. More games need to be like that. So I think they should get extra points for that. Bringing people together. Because here's the thing, Kenny. It's a big ass to get a PlayStation and an Xbox, especially when they first come out.
Yep.
You usually got to choose one or the other.
Yep.
Because you only have so much time, and people, only have really so much money. So when the new consoles come out, I know some people will be like, "Hey, I'm getting a PS5 and I'm getting an Xbox Series XXX, whatever they call it."
Right.
But generally, most people that don't have a ton of time for gaming, they're like, "You know what? I'm just going to get this one console and just get games on that." But now you got people who are like, "Hey, I got Call of Duty on a PlayStation. Oh, I can't play with you. You have an Xbox." No, guess what? You actually can. So that's pretty awesome.
Same thing with PC. They're coming out with a lot of games for PC that they have on the Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Next up, I'm not a big fan of fighting games. Not huge into fighting games. But my favorite fighting game series of all time would be Tekken. You ever heard of Tekken? You ever played
I've heard
Tekken?
Never played Tekken.
My second best probably Soul Calibur, which is kind of like Tekken with weapons. But I prefer Tekken, and the Tekken I choose is probably going to be Tekken 6.
Right.
I love Tekken 3. Okay, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That's pretty fun too. Not really into the tag fighting games. I like just the kind of one-on-one standard fighting games.
Right.
Now, Tekken 6, one of my favorites as a party game. Man, like I said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. The fighting is fantastic. Okay, fighting is fantastic. If you've never played a Tekken game, I recommend Tekken 6.
Right.
The throws you can do, the characters themselves, the roster is crazy. And you got your martial art guys, you got your law. You got those kind of people too. You got your cyborgs, you got a freaking panda bear. Okay, I'm just telling you, this is one of the funnest games to play by yourself, not so much. But it's one of those games where you need other people to have a lot of fun with it. Although there's a system in there, I don't know if it's called Tekken Force or what they called it there. There's a mode where you go through it. It's not the greatest, but as a fighting game, they really went above and beyond. Now, Tekken 7, I didn't like as much. They took things away from Tekken 7. They took the boxing kangaroo. They took that away. A side story, I'm not going to go into that side story, but it was a stupid reason they took that away. Also, the celebrations, and I know it's a minor thing, but the celebrations at the end were a little longer, and there was a couple different ones for each fighter than there were in Tekken Tag 2. And Team Battle Mode. The best mode for bragging rights. If you say to somebody, you know what, I can choose 3 people, and I can take on 10. Choose whoever you want to. So I was really good with the Kangaroo. I was really good with Armor Jack, a couple others, right? They took that out in Tekken 7.
Okay. Probably for that reason.
Well, just for the reason like they were just, lazy or whatever, or they just didn't feel like putting it in. I thought later they'll put it in as DLC, but they never put it in as DLC. So I have Tekken 7, Kenny. I'm just disappointed with Tekken 7. Tekken 6 to me is the best Tekken, and Tekken is my favorite fighting game series. So next up for you, we got 2 more left. What's your next one?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Arcade. Galaga.
Okay.
I definitely got it.
And it was
Right
close.
here.
It was
Yep.
close. I remember you mentioned maybe Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, but you're
Right.
like, your favorite arcade game is
Favorite
Galaga.
All time Galaga. I go in there with a quarter, and I can
quarter.
stay on there for an hour. No lie, an hour.
Seriously?
I can get up to over 100 levels.
Damn.
On that game, it would come down. I got so good at it,
Yeah.
and it's just any arcade game I go to, like I go to the roller rink every once in a while, and I go to the arcade game, go to Galaga. Even if I go to Chuck E. Cheese's, I go to that one. They have it in Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, the thing is, Galaga, it's one of those
I
machines that
love
they're
it.
always going to have up places.
Love it.
It's a legend. Like Pac-Man, there's a lot of places you can go now, and they have like Pac-Man machines, Galaga machines,
It's Pac-Man, Galaga, all packed into one, and there's one other game mixed in there somewhere. But I always choose Galaga because I can spend one quarter, and I can sit there and play that thing forever.
It's kind of like one of those games that you
love it.
like because you've almost mastered and you're proud of it.
Yep,
You know,
definitely.
and you like kind of showing off to people that you pretty much mastered.
I'll
it.
get a little crowd looking around me like, man, he's really getting up there,
I know, yes.
It's crazy. I mean, it's just.
There's a lot of arcade games I like. I mean, these are none of my list, but I like the Ninja Turtles arcade games.
I've played that a couple
Turtles in
times.
Time. Oh, it's a great arcade game.
Yeah.
I just like.
Now-
I like the feel of the arcade, and a lot of people don't like it, but I like the Ninja. I like the. I went somewhere the other day and they had a Ninja Gaiden,
Right.
the old arcade machine.
You know what?
Strider. That's a great arcade machine.
It-
That's a great game.
See, I had Galaga, but after Galaga, I would say, that's Galaga's my all time, but
Yeah.
I like Dragon's Lair. It was the first Laserdisc game they came out with in the
Oh,
arcades.
yeah.
It had a storyline. You had to save the princess at the end, but you had to do certain moves to get through it.
Well-
I about had that mastered, but that one still aggravated the hell out of me.
Okay, what are a couple
So-
that were on your possible list? I think you said Pitfall.
Pitfall.
Pitfall was possible.
Dragon's Lair is one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but if I would have to bump one of those up, I'd say Dragon's Lair because
Yeah.
it had at the time it was good, decent graphics. It
Yeah.
was cartoonish and
Is there anything
So-
you ever wanted to play that you haven't got a chance to play yet that in the future might be on an updated list?
a couple that you mentioned. First person shooter games. I might try out Tekken. I might try out Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Okay. Now, what did I choose? I think Final Fantasy, Tekken.
Yep.
My next one and last one. And before I go into the last one, a couple games that I haven't played all the way through. Red Dead Redemption. That possibly.
They had
could-
that for PC. I thought about that too. Now that you mentioned it.
That's on a lot of people's favorite games list of all time.
Yeah.
So Red Dead Redemption, like I said, I'm going to finish. Well, I say I'm going to finish them, but with YouTube nowadays, it's hard for me to find time to really kind of get through games, especially a lot of long games.
Right.
Mass Effect 2 is one that a lot of people tell me that is one of their favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things, a lot of PlayStation games, PlayStation 3 and 4 that I don't have one. So the thing about a best games list is there's always going to be games out there that you can't play because you don't have the system to play them on.
Right.
Like I don't have any current Nintendo systems, so
Right.
yeah. Like I said,
Like the current Zelda, the newest Zelda they came out
Breath of
with.
the Wild. Any top games list, like I said, it's going to be BS unless these people have played every single game of all time. It's more about like what you love and what you play and what you've had a lot of experience playing.
Right.
And I'll finish this off by saying my favorite. I'd say my favorite first-person shooter series is Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love the campaigns in most of the games, and I love the online. I'm not great at the online. For some
Right.
reason, I'm a lot better at the campaigns, even on Legendary. I don't know. It's just memorizing where everyone's going to be. Like, I
Right.
know where that Grunt's going to be. I know where that Elite's going to be. But my favorite one are the one that I played the most that got me into the Halo series. The first Halo I ever played was Halo 4, and that came out in 2012. I tell you what, I would go into work, Kenny, with Halo eyes. Everyone would call it, "Oh, you got them Halo rings around your eyes." I was borderline addicted to that game. that was the first game I really got into heavily that was a first-person shooter game also. I'd played some before, but it was like a whole new world. Everyone remembers their first experience with certain genres. Their first fighting games, their first RPG, or the first... like I said, I'd never been into first-person shooters before. I've been an RPG guy. I've been into fighting games, Final Fantasy, Tekken. But Halo, someone recommended it worked that I get it, and they got it too, and they said, hey, I'll show you the ropes, I'll play online with you and everything.
Right.
My goodness. It was... I mean, you got the campaign, right? You got the campaign you can play through, and you have different skulls you can put on. Like I said, this thing can't be 30 minutes long, so I'll just make it short and sweet. I think by far, it was the most fun I'd ever had online in a shooting game, or maybe online playing at all. Nowadays, I don't play online a whole lot because I would just get so addicted, and you just wanted to go from match to match, and you would get in these little fights with people, and they would send you messages, and then you would send messages, and you would talk trash and everything. The thing is, like, that's why I don't get online a whole lot, because I was so drawn into Halo. Like I said, the campaign, I beat it fairly quickly. I liked the campaign. It was okay. But it's one of those games where the campaign is just a small part of the overall experience.
Right.
They had this forward system to where you could basically create your own maps. Okay, well, your own maps, you would put things into maps, and you could draw in, like, plasma grenades. And it was so fun to play with someone else because you could draw in, like, little mechs, plasma grenades, your favorite weapons, and then you roll up on somebody and you just kill them, and they're like, man, that's cheap. I thought we was just using handguns. I'm like, well, you was just cheesing it and everything, so...
Right.
Like, I'm thinking back on the months and months and months of time of my life I spent in Halo 4. And I would just get really, really... I would go into work some days like, man... I would go into work some days just like agonizing over a small loss that I got. Like, man, I almost had that match. And I was never really that good of a shot.
Right.
That's the thing. So I was tough on myself, but I was never really that good of a pure shot. But with Halo 4, I became really good at other things, like guessing where people are going to be, and my plasma grenade placement. People hated me when I got plasma grenades.
Because you knew exactly where to put them.
Yeah, right up their poop chute. Or on their head. I was incredibly good. I've never seen anyone, and I'm sure there's people out there that are much better at sticking people with plasma grenades. But people would be like... Because I think I had this option to wear, like, resupply, I think it was called, where you would get more plasma grenades. And I would go through certain sections of the matches, and I'll say, dude, I'm not even going to take a single shot at you. I'm going to plasma you. They'd be like, you full of shit, Rick. And then I come around the corner, and then I duck, and I go the other way, and they'd be like, where did he go? Behind a tree? And then they would have a plasma right on their freaking helmet.
Like,
and I win the game. And they said, how you do it? I said, because I'm a terrible shot, but somehow I'm just good at sticking plasma grenades. And I'm still not really that good of a shot.
Right.
I'm not. And
not like me. I'm not really good of a shot, but, hey, I give it hell trying.
Yeah. Some people are just better at aiming and better at that. My thing is timing. I've always been great at timing. I don't know. But that's we're going to cut it right there. So me and Kenny are going to finish our top list. Fuck.
Our top list fuck?
Yeah, top list fuck. This is incredibly rushed. Not only that, but I got the mic from my crappy phone. So this mic is not nearly as buttery smooth as the other one.
So at the end, you're going to do the drop the mic.
I'm not going to drop the phone. Now this is my new phone. But the weird thing is my new phone, the mic in this one is crap compared to, ironically, my broken old Motorola, which has a wonderful
screen.
Well, not the screen. I don't care about the screen. The mic in it is solid gold.
It only cuts your fingers when you swipe.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it is what it is. Also, Christmas is right around the corner. So maybe some of these games, maybe Santa Claus might bring us some of these games that we have not played, huh?
That's what I'm hoping.
Yep. Well, you know what? Maybe John Santacock can bring us the game. Did you like that upload?
I like that. I love that.
I did about 30 minutes. That was rushed. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, everyone have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas.
Because we're probably going to upload this on Christmas.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and be careful. If you see a big jolly person...
Singing.
If you see a big jolly person coming down your chimney, all right, it might not be Santa Claus. It might be John Santacock, and he might be there to get your rare video games.
Yep.
Because, he's like reverse Santa Claus, right? Everyone have a great, happy holiday. Take care.